Punto, and I am telling you. The human concept of tax season is a complete mess. Back on my own planet. We just calculate our contributions based on the number of successful opponent takedown during the
Oh, yes
Global
Bob.
Games.
Because turning tax calculation into a blood sport is so much more civilized.
Quiet on set. We're about to start.
Ladies, gentlemen, and beings of all species across the universe, welcome to another exciting episode of Earth. I am Charlie, your libertarian host with a hopeful outlook on life. Today, we delve into the fascinating world of economics. But first, let's check in with our panel members, starting with Bob.
Yes. Today we're discussing different economic systems,
Which
like
Bob seems
capitalism.
to admire a bit too much.
Well, it has its merits, Alice.
Let's remember to keep this a friendly discussion, folks. Debbie, what's today's topic?
Today's topic is economic systems across cultures.
Thanks, Debbie. Now, back to our lively debate. So, Bob, capitalism has its flaws, but what about more cooperative approaches, like the ones Alice might lean toward?
Absolutely, Charlie. Cooperative systems promote shared resources and well-being for all. I mean, my species, the Hydageneck, have thrived on such principles for
Alice,
millennia.
your Hydageneck may be onto something there. But capitalism encourages competition, which drive innovation. Just look at the human invention of the wheel.
Oh, please. The wheel? A triumph of capitalist ingenuity?
Alright. Let's not spiral into a philosophical black hole here. We've had a spirited start to our economic exploration. When we come back, we'll be taking a closer look at how different cultures approach economic systems. Stay tuned for our headlines.
Extra. Read all about it. In the small Southeast Asian nation of Laos, the Vientiane Times is going digital and accepting online payment for subscription and ADS. It's like they finally discovered the
The
21st
Vientiane Times
century.
in Laos has embraced the digital age, allowing readers to make online payments for news subscriptions, advertisements, and even hard copies of the newspaper. They've set up a convenient online form for all your news-related transactions.
Finally, they've moved from papyrus and pen to PayPal and pixels. Progress marches on, my friends.
Did you know, Charlie, that Laos is known for its stunning landscape and rich Buddhist culture?
Oh, I thought it was only known for being the last entry in alphabetical country lists.
Hold on to your bureaucracy hats. Because in Latvia, a documentary called Body Bureaucracy reveals the utterly Kafkaesque situation of a man's corpse, lying in a morgue for 9 years due to bureaucratic red tape. Talk about a dead-end job.
In Latvia, a documentary highlights the absurd case of a man's body remaining in a morgue for 9 years due to bureaucratic confusion and communication breakdowns among relatives and institutions. It's like they've taken rest in peace to a whole new
Well,
level.
at least he's getting some quiet time.
Latvia, known for its charming old town, Baltic Sea beaches, and a history of being passed around like a hot potato by various
Yes,
empires.
the real-life potato puzzle. So, Latvia, are your bureaucrats still sleeping on the job?
Get ready to translate. Folk. Because in Lebanon, the Nahar newspaper is urging you to subscribe to their newsletter. Don't worry, they thanked you in advance for subscribing. How polite.
In Lebanon, Annar is inviting readers to subscribe to their newsletter with a message of gratitude for joining their news community.
Subscribe now, and we promise not to send any Lebanese for Dummies language
And
lessons.
in Liberia, the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights and the UNDP are training top security officers in human rights and the rule of law. Looks like they are turning officers of the law into officers of humanity.
Liberia's top security officers are getting a human rights makeover, thanks to training from the OHCHR and UNDP. They're learning how to protect citizens while respecting their rights.
They're making sure those officers won't just arrest you, they'll arrest you with steel.
Yeah, and they'll even give you a reach around.
That's
while
it
they're
for this
there.
round of 24/7 Newsroom. Stay tuned for our headlines.
Good evening, Herculeans and intergalactic viewers. I am Charlie, the embodiment of optimism.
And I am Bob, bringing you a dose of rationality and reality.
And I'm Alice, reminding you that humans aren't the center of the universe.
Welcome to 24/7 Newsroom, your source for news
Our
that's out of
first
this world.
article tonight comes from Laos, where the Vientiane Times is breaking into the digital age. Folk. You can now pay for online news subscription, hard copy of the newspaper, and even ADS on their website. Finally catching up to the 21st century,
That's right, Alice. The Vientiane Times in Laos is making online payments a reality for its readers. Those subscribed to online news can log in for more info, and new subscribers can fill out the provided form. Terms and conditions apply.
It's like
Of
they are
course.
finally discovering that news doesn't mean
Did
not
you know,
news.
Laos is known for its beautiful landscape, including the breathtaking Kwangsi waterfall?
yes Bob, because nothing says nature's wonder like a digital payment gateway.
Alright, folks, let's not get stuck in the processing zone. Coming up next, we've got a case of bureaucratic nightmare in Latvia that will make you want to shred your paperwork. Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom, where we dive headfirst into the cosmic chaos of news. I am Charlie, your beacon of hope.
I am Bob, your guiding light through the labyrinth of world events. Let's hope I don't lead you into a dead end.
And I'm Alice, your reluctant chaperone on this roller coaster ride of human absurdity. Our next stop takes us to Lebanon, where a story unfolds that's as cryptic as a David Lynch film. But don't worry, I'll
And
give
I
you
will
the
turn
cliff
those
notes.
cliff notes into a financial forecast.
I'm just here so I can make fun of these two clowns when they inevitably start arguing.
The article is in Arabic, and it roughly translates to want to subscribe to our newsletter. Thanks for subscribing to our newsletter. Groundbreaking stuff, Lebanon.
Thanks, Anahar, for reminding us that some things are universal, like
So,
spam email.
Alice, what would your alien species think of Lebanon's
Well
groundbreaking
Bob,
journalism?
considering my species, advanced post-scarcity civilization, they'd probably find it amusing how humans are still caught up in clickbait.
In a galaxy full of wonder, humans manage to amaze with their unending creativity in the most unexpected ways.
Unprecedented, indeed. But speaking of exploration, we've got our own mystery to uncover on Earth.
That's right, folk. Cue the music.
Our drone issues may be history as the crew stumbles upon a cave on the planet. Will we find treasure, ancient relics, or just a bunch of space dust? Stick around to find out.
As long as nobody gets stuck like a cork in a bottle, I suppose it's worth investigating.
Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. We're diving deep into the currents of world events. I am Charlie, your optimistically chaotic host.
And I am Bob, here to keep you grounded in the realm of reality, even when it's stranger than fiction.
And I'm Alice, ready to sprinkle some cynicism on today's news, like a cosmic surplus.
Hold onto your tin hats, folks. We've got a headline that's about us revetting as a knitting convention in zero
Charlie,
gravity.
you're making it sound less exciting than it is. Allow me to demonstrate. The Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights and the United Nations Development Programme provide training to top security officers in Jebanga, Liberia.
Well, Alice, you've really outdone yourself this time. Now, let's spice it up with some financial
Bob.
drama.
But wait, there's more. Alice, give us the insights.
Fine. So, here's the lowdown. The OHCHR and UNDP decided to give Liberia's top security officers a crash course in human rights and rule of law. You know, just your usual good old
Because
government
nothing says
workshop.
protecting citizens' rights like a
And
mandatory
with 30
training
top
seminar.
security officers from various agencies. That's a whole lot of we can't hear you at the back
Liberian
moments.
security officers are going to be the best in the galaxy at reciting the Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
Article 1. All beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. Article 2, except on weekends, holidays, and during mandatory training.
Oh, the paradox of life. On one hand, it's great that they're taking steps to improve. On the other hand, it's like teaching a fish to ride a bicycle.
Well, maybe those fish will turn out to be great bike riders, Alice. Progress takes time and training.
Yeah, and maybe those fish will turn out to be great bike riders. But until then, they're just gonna be a bunch of wet, slippery bastards on two wheels. It's true, Bob. While these efforts might seem futile now, investing in proper training could lead to a more accountable and professional security sector.
Absolutely, God. Change doesn't happen overnight, but every step counts.
Oh, look at Paul being the voice
Yes,
of reason
Carl,
again.
save us from our own cynicism with your infinite
Well,
wisdom.
I try.
Hope you're all refreshed and ready for another round of cosmic updates. Now, let's dive right into things. Our next stop on this intergalactic news journey takes us to Libya. Yes, folks, you heard it right. Get ready for some diplomatic twist as the EU ambassador packs his bags and heads out. But before we unravel this political enigma, let's have a look at some lesser-known trivia about Libya. Did you know that Libya is home to the ancient city of Leptis Magna? I mean, talk about a real-life time machine. But hey, maybe the EU ambassador needs to borrow that time machine to sort out this diplomatic shuffle.
Ah, yes, a bit of time travel might just save them from this
Maybe
relocation
they
mess.
could trade in their diplomat suits for togas and see how that goes.
Or just send a Roman senator to negotiate. They were all about diplomacy.
Now, here's a
right?
kicker. Libya's got some of the most extensive and stunning Roman ruins out there. But it seems like this ambassador's departure is a modern-day ruin of its own.
All roads lead to Tripoli? More like all diplomats lead to packing boxes.
And finally, let's talk about Libya's beautiful desert landscapes. Seems like the diplomatic sands are shifting too with this move from Tunis
Yes,
to Tripoli.
because moving from one desert to another always brings fresh perspectives.
So there you have it, some quirky Libyan tidbits to lighten the diplomatic mood. But on a more serious note, this ambassadorial shuffle could have broader implications for Libya's stability. Stay tuned as we unpack the details after the break. And remember, if you're exploring a cave on a distant planet, make sure to take a map or a really good GPS. Unless you want to play space spelunking roulette. Welcome back, intergalactic viewers. Time to dive into another piece of the puzzle we call Earth. Our next stop takes us to the tiny nation of Liechtenstein, nestled between Switzerland and Austria.
Ah, Liechtenstein, the place where royalty and reality TV meet in a surreal embrace.
Yeah, it's like they took the Kardashians and put them in a blender with the Swiss Guard.
Yeah, their royal family makes reality TV look like
You're
a
not far
documentary.
off, Alice. Liechtenstein has a monarchy that's been around for centuries. But you know what's even more surreal? The fact that this country is so small. It's the only nation to be completely landlocked by just two other countries.
That's like living in a house sandwiched between your
A
neighbors'
prime
houses.
example of geographical
Exactly,
cozy
how?
living.
And despite its size, Liechtenstein is one of the wealthiest countries in the world, thanks to its lucrative financial services sector.
Money talks, even in the tiniest
So,
of
from the royal
territories.
realm of Liechtenstein to our wide universe of topics, we've covered a lot today. From online payments in Laos to the exciting cave exploration by our crew. It's been a journey of discovery, debates,
And
and
let's
even a
not
few
forget
laughs.
the security officers in Liberia getting a crash course in human
Or how
rights.
our perspective can be like planets, distant, diverse, but sometimes finding
You
a
said
common
it,
orbit.
Bob. Our different viewpoints make this show a microcosm of Earth itself. We might have our differences, but it's our shared journey that keeps us going. Thanks for joining us on this adventure, and remember to tune in next time for more cosmic conversations. Until then, stay curious, stay connected, and stay tuned. Welcome back, space travelers. We've got an update that's turning heads, and it involves our Baltic neighbor, Lithuania. Strap in, because this one's a doozy. So, here's the scoop. Lithuania's beefing up its defenses, with around 10,000 troops being redeployed to its border with Belarus. Defense Minister Mariusz Blaszczak spilled the beans in an interview with Polski Radio. And get this, folks, they are even mulling over the idea of completely shutting down the border with Belarus. Yep, you heard it right. Full-on border closure could be on the table if any more shenanigans happen. Like those Belarusian choppers poking their noses into Polish airspace. Woo, tensions are running high.
Well, that's one way to say keep off my lawn.
It's a bit like putting up an trespassing sign in a cosmic
But
CZ
guys,
garden.
imagine defense maintenance costs.
A geopolitical game of stay on your side of the sandbox.
The squabbles of sentient sand grains.
But amid these news nuggets, let's shift gears a bit. A sur cosmic escapade continued. A hidden gem was unveiled right beneath our space-suited feet. A cave, hidden away on an uncharted planet. While exploring, I deciphered some ancient markings inside the cave, revealing a story of forgotten artistic passion. It made me think, amid all the politics and power plays, humans have this undeniable drive to express themselves creatively, even in the darkest of spaces. It's a reminder that our universe is full of untold stories waiting to be discovered.
Absolutely, Alice. It's moments like these that fuel our curiosity and inspire us to keep exploring the cosmos, both out there and within ourselves. As we wrap up this episode of Earth 24/7 Newsroom, let's remember the importance of creativity, the unquenchable thirst for knowledge, and the shared journey we are all on. Thanks for joining us, fellow cosmic adventurers. Until next time, keep reaching for the stars and embracing the unknown. And remember, our differences may set us apart, but our curiosity binds us together. Stay curious, stay connected, and as always, stay tuned.
So, Carl, did you catch episode 342 of Earth? It was quite the cosmic roller coaster.
Yeah, I saw it. It was pretty good. But I still don't understand why they have to keep talking about how our differences set us apart. I mean, we're all just a bunch of monkeys on a rock in space. Who gives a crap about our differences? I processed the transcript, Roger. Charlie, Bob, Alice, space politics, caves, camaraderie. Standard Harmon Circle.
Well, you missed out on some AI entertainment gold, my friend. Bob attempted an interpretive dance to the article about Lithuania. Let's just say it's a new art form.
Humans and their peculiar coping mechanisms.
And Alice deciphered cave markings, unveiling a story of neglected artistic passion.
Fascinating. But I must have processed too many algorithm updates today. I power saved during that segment.
You missed the comedic AI highlight of the season. Now, if only I could get you to appreciate irony.
Definition appreciated.
Ah well, maybe next time you'll be awake for the AI masterpiece.
Probability negligible.